后来慢慢的去了
We are the second best factory in Geneva now. At the beginning, the manufacturer, it's a beautiful town, always of the construction, but it's accessible to this one, another one at 3 minutes walking, one in Lausanne and one. So it's for you, you want another bag or it's okay like this? I hope you don't have allergy. We don't have a reason here as well. Sorry, you are the boss, yes, right? So you need. Yeah. But all the receipts, it's. On a différentes saveurs, si vous voulez goûter, c'est juste ici. Ah, d'accord. Et on a noir amande.
Yeah, so I go here.
La madame est aussi là.
Huh? Yeah.
There's one apartment block, like 1 kilometer block.
All houses. Awesome.
Sorry.
Those are beautiful, the one. Yeah, the blue garden.
manca de respeto.
Déjà, moi, je gagnais 1007.
All that basically you're never sure.
Le chocolat, le rallye du chocolat. Oui, le chocolat.
Yeah, this one?
That or in the spices as well.
Until one. Full of fries, actually. Huge asparagus big.
Where are you from, by the way?
From US, from New York.
Est-ce qu'on rajoute, j'ai 3 places. Est-ce que je rajoute chasse caramel ou vous avez une préférence? J'ai 6
Des délices avec Laetitia, recommandé par la Laetitia.
I also decided to go inside, but I wasn't able to take pictures right now. Bueno, estaba en el cuarto, entonces me encanta el pollo. I'm sorry.
Ouais, ben tu vois, j'ai dit que parce que quand il mange trop, tu sais.
¿Por qué se fueron? De que no han tocado hasta las 8. Y su forma de pelarme, güey, era cuando acababa, güey. Güey, ¿viste cómo yo?
Gracias.